There's a saying that's been around since the beginning of the time that blood is thicker than water. And when people say that, most of the time they mean, well, you know, it's family, and you always stick by your family. We're going to take a look at that today. You're tuned into David Essel's Daily Video Boost, your exclusive online video community. Take notes, don't trust your brain, and do one thing today you'd rather not do. I can tell you all my clients, when they come in, I've got several clients this week that came in, and the first thing they sat down is they said, David, take notes and do one thing you don't want to do today, and don't trust your brain, David. I go, that's good. You've been watching the damn videos. Oh, my Lord. So let's talk about this. I had a woman that I worked with about 7 years ago that came in, and she was really struggling with family. Mom, dad, sisters, brothers. I mean, there was just all kinds of drama and chaos. And as longer we worked together, we realized that it had been there since she was a little girl. There was a lot of passive-aggressive behavior, a lot of ghosting, a lot of people saying they're going to do things and not do things, and it really did turn into absolute insanity for her. And so as we worked together, I told her we have three options. You know, you can cut yourself off from your family for a period of time, do the work, see what your role is, and then come back and try to heal it. You can stay stuck in the insanity. That's always an option because, you know, blood is thicker than water, right? It's like you don't ever mess with your family. I mean, you put your family on a pedestal, and even though if it was your friend that was doing it or if it was your partner that was doing this insanity, you would hopefully put boundaries and consequences and potentially leave them. With family, a lot of people buy into this nonsense that they're somehow off limits when it comes to leaving them. And then we say the third option is to get help and see if they'll come together. And, you know, almost like a family intervention, right? You get everyone together. I've led those type of events many times in my office where we'll have 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 family members together trying to hash things out. And we can be quite successful as long as everyone's open-minded. But if people come in, which often they do, with the mindset that he's wrong, she's wrong, I'm right, and they don't want to budge, then it can be a waste of time. So this woman I was working with, she had grown up in a very codependent family, never challenged mom, never challenged dad. There was addiction to food. There was all kinds of nuts stuff going down, right? And over the years, she felt obligated to send expensive gifts to everyone. And as she looked back, she realized that she felt obligated, but no one returned the favor. Isn't that a big red flag? And so then she found that, you know, here she was making time to stay in touch with people, but people weren't responding the same way. Now, that doesn't mean they're bad people. It could just mean that they're not interested in staying in touch. But she held out hope, and then that hope turned to incredible resentment, and then the resentment turned to rage. And so her rage had to be controlled, and we did some writing exercises, and then she finally wrote this very long 13-page letter to the entire family. And in the letter, it just really said everything that she was feeling, but she said it in a way that hopefully people could hear it, that this wasn't working for her anymore, that going home and having people arguing for 3 straight days in a row, and everything was based around food, and she had family members that were 325 pounds, and it was just very unhealthy, all kinds of gossiping going on in the dinner table, and she said, I can't do this anymore. She got a response from all the people that she sent it to saying, great, don't ever come home again. She came in the next day absolutely shattered. And she kept saying, David, blood is thicker than water. Family should never do this. And then she started to calm down over the weeks. And she realized that she had been putting herself through hell for all these years that wasn't necessary. So she removed herself from her family. Now, some of you watching this are going to say, David, that's the worst thing in the world to do. But in many cases, it's not. Evaluate not just family, friends, and lovers that you put up with insanity, that draw you into their crazy making, and you have to ask yourself, is this healthy for me? Everyone has a different answer. The outrageous codependents in this will say, yes, family is the most important thing in the world, excuse me, and if they have to go through this insanity and drive me nuts, that's just part of being in a family. And other people say, no, it's time to setting boundaries, healthy boundaries and consequences, and removing myself. Now, it might mean that instead of communicating with your family every week or every month, you do it every 6 months. I don't know what's right for you, but if it's creating hell and drama on earth, you are the one that has to change, not them. If you need help with this, getting over the shame and guilt of extricating yourself from your family or minimizing your time with the crazy making, email me directly to this video or via our website, talkdavid.com. Your inner peace is crucial, and you may have to do some difficult steps to get it, okay? Have a beautiful day.